High Time Reviews. I'm back with another one. I know it's been a while. I've really kind of just had to get my mental together to be on camera for y'all. It takes a lot. And I'm working through it. So just bear with me. Just make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping into the final season of All-American Homecoming. Now, here's my issue with this. Why cancel Homecoming but keep regular All-American? Them storylines have ran its course. Like, I will never understand why you would cancel Homecoming on its third season. Mind you, because of the writer's strike, it's a shortened season. That's the first thing. And then you turn around and you cancel it before it even come out. You ain't even give us time to see if we actually were going to enjoy the season before CW decided to cancel it. But that's mainly because they are under new ownership. So, moving into the episode. If you remember how it finished off last season, you know, Simone was basically in this transitional place where she had to pick whether she was going to date Lando or she was going to date Damon. And honestly, like, as a viewer watching it from the backdoor pilot that was in All-American to where it's at now, like, I low-key was rooting for her and Damon, but then they brought Lando into the mix, and Lando was just a different vibe for Simone and how she interacted with men. Because you gotta remember, Simone came from regular All-American where she was married to Jordan, and they act like that ain't even a thing, or was even a thing, because you got Jordan getting remarried on regular All-American, and then Simone hopping skipping between niggas on Homecoming. So who knows? The show opens up. You get your time jump, probably about the same time jump that you got with regular All-American. You open the episode with Simone, you know, basically reminiscing on her sophomore year. So she picks Damon. First and foremost, I already know people were going ape shit crazy about the fact that she picked Damon. Mainly because by the end of the season, everybody was hoping she picked Lando. Like, everybody. But when they dropped that trailer and you seen them light-skinned hands on Simone back in that trailer, you kind of already knew she was going to roll with Damon. So, of course, you open the show. Championship week at the school. The girls, the tennis team, didn't win their championships. Like, they didn't, honestly. And I'm not surprised, because once Thea packed up and left last season, I already knew that, you know, that team wasn't going to be as strong as it was supposed to be, because Simone was good, but she was struggling last season. She was struggling last season in her game, so I'm not surprised that they didn't win the championship. But then we get to the baseball team. Now, you know, the baseball team has been having struggles pretty much ever since Damon got there, you know. And, you know, Damon postponed his MLB career to be on that HBCU baseball team. So you got Simone meeting up with her aunt, who is now the president of the school, who been fucking putting out fires since she became the president. I said, listen, if I was her, I wouldn't have took that job, because, bro, the school was already a shit show before she was the president. So I don't understand why she felt like there was so much more she could do when the school was already technically a sinking ship. Now, if they're going to write it for the school to close, all right, that's a better way than to write it as the school rebranding, because that's what they claiming that the school is doing. They claiming that the school is rebranding and they want to worry more about academics than the athletics, whereas though, you know, the term student athlete is around for a reason. Like, that's what these people are. Like, they came to this school to be athletes as well as engage in the academics. So, of course, Simone being Simone, she finds out that some of the sports departments may get cut financially because of the rebrand. Of course, she can't help herself. Just like every other season of this show, she felt like she had to jump up there and put the white cape on for everybody, when all she do when she do shit like that is cause problems. I'd be glad when she realized that all that white cape and she be doing don't do nothing but cause problems. So she goes to their homeboy / homegirl, non-binary, whatever you want to call him. Go to him. You know his boyfriend is a reporter for the school, so you basically damn near pressure him into reaching out to the boyfriend and getting him to draft an article about you speaking out about the school's finances after everybody told you leave it alone. How much more shit do you have to blow up at this school before you get it that maybe you should just stay out of shit, Simone? Like, really? Like, be for real. All right. Now, let's talk about Anamara, because Anamara and Mr. Tiamari, I can't, And I think it's low-key crazy that she giving him all this shit about him having a wife when you were literally trying to date him and Keisha's father at the same time, Amara. But he the bad guy for having an estranged wife. Come on, bro. Come on. And she want to constantly shit on him like she wasn't doing her dirt too. Now, granted, he had a wife, cool, but like he said, they were estranged. He thought she already filed the paperwork. She didn't. That's on her. That's on them. But for her to act like she wasn't literally dating somebody else while trying to date Coach Marcus is wild to me. Like, wild. So, he basically comes to Amara and tells her, like, look, I already knew this was going to happen as far as the funding for the sports programs was getting cut. I kind of rolled the dice and cut a deal with the old president about, if we can win the championship, maybe we'll have some leverage. So granted, they won the chip, but they still ain't got no leverage. That program was already on its way out. So Coach Martin's coming to Amara basically begging to get the baseball team to stay is pointless, because mainly she don't want to talk to you because she's still mad about some personal shit. Coach Marcus decides that because him and Damon is so close, and Damon is like a son to him, and he been pretty much fathering him since he got to the school. He's pretty close with Damon's adopted mother. So, he feel like he can, come and be direct with him. I felt like he was a little direct because he literally told him about the deal that he cut with the ex-president and how basically pretty much regardless of the outcome of the finals, the school was pretty much still going to cut baseball funding. And that's what ended up happening. So the tennis team didn't get cut because they got an endowment from Coco Golf, which I'm sure helped and looked good for the school because they was able to probably publicize it and shit like that. But the baseball team, they scrapped it. But Damon damn near took it out on Simone. Like, he was frustrated because she didn't shut up. Like, she chose to write that article not knowing what the outcome was going to be, and then it ended up being the worst possible outcome. You got your niggas sport canceled at the school. Now, how do you feel? Now, let's talk about Keisha and JR, because the vibes they was giving on this episode is they gonna end up fucking with each other somewhere down the season. But then I thought to myself, damn, what's good with Cam? But then I also remembered that they released a list of characters that are going to be on the show that aren't going to be main characters. And I even feel like Cam's character is recurring. So I think it's leaving more doors open for some of these other romances to possibly happen. Now, what I didn't know was that Keisha, went into surgery to help him with his aplastic anemia. So granted, she's been feeling sick, recovering from the surgery to help him. And he's been trying to figure out why she been acting so off, this, that, and the third, not knowing that she had to go through months of recovery versus weeks of recovery that she thought he was going to go through. But like I said, I'm getting more of a JR is kind of like into her more than he's just grateful for whatever she did as far as giving him whatever she gave him medically. Because if you remember, Cam and Keisha date, and then JR and that girl date, the one that was like pressing up on him real heavy last year. They mess around. So I don't know what they trying to do with this storyline, mainly because with the shortened season, the fact that they canceling the show and some of the actors aren't coming back, I don't know what the plan is for this season, but it's gonna probably be a shit show. And I mean, I'm here for it, but I just don't feel like they need to be canceling it, especially before people got a chance to watch it. That blew me. And if y'all recall, JR and Damon are brothers, that they ended up finding out they was brothers. They got the same father, blah, 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 blah. So once the father find out that, Damon basically won't be able to play baseball. Like, because Damon, like, look, this is my last, I'm not even eligible for the MLB. I already postponed the MLB to come to this school. And now you telling me that I can't even play, baseball at this school. He like, look, what am I going to do? Because this is my career. This is my life. So the only option they gave him initially was to go play for the other coach, the guy, I cannot remember his damn name. I want to say it's the guy from Hanging with Mr. Cooper or something like that. But the black guy from season 2 who was like the rival to Brinkston. His father told him, like, look, you can go play for him. We already got an offer submitted, blah, 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 blah. Damon, like, there's no way I'll be able to play for him this year without it being a red shirt. So he like, I don't even understand how that could work. So the father like, look, I'm going to try to find something, figure something out. I mean, I guess I like the fact that they being more of a family right now, especially because they need that family support system because JR can't play right now because of his illness. And then, you got Damon about to have to leave the school and figure out what he's going to do with the rest of his life. So a little further in the episode, the father comes to Damon and he basically tell him like he's got a deal for him to play in the pros. And Damon like, how is that possible? I'm not even eligible. Woo, 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 woo. So the deal is for him to go to the DR and play over there professionally. He'll play over there 1 year professionally. That'll eat up the eligibility, and then he'll be eligible to get his contract bought out by an MLB team the following year. So basically, it would be like as if he played his junior year in college and then got drafted on his senior year. So he about to play for the bread, and he about to be out the country. All right, so you can already see Simone is not feeling it. She ain't saying nothing. She being super supportive, but we know her how Simone is. Like, I just genuinely feel like space and distance isn't good for a person like Simone who wants to be in a relationship. Like, because she wants her person to be close enough for her to be able to get to them if she wants to. Like, in her mind, she thinking that he just gonna transfer to another school. So she like, oh man, I get on a flight, I go anywhere, to see you play, this, that, and the third. And he like, yeah, but I'm gonna be in the DR. And then, baby, as soon as he said that, she wasn't feeling it. You could tell. So they end up having like one more little family dinner. And that's my thing. Where is Lando? If Lando is supposed to be a main character this season and Damon is supposed to be recurring, where the fuck is Lando? You have this big dinner at your aunt's house. Everybody there seeing Damon off. This, that, and the third. Even Thea come, which explains to me how. I mean, granted, it's been a year. Thea already knew what it was as far as like Damon being in love with Simone. But I'm just trying to figure out how Thea is just okay with the fact that the nigga she used to date is now dating Simone. And it's just okay. Everything is just okay, I guess. Granted, Thea, she's a prodigy, tennis prodigy, so she been running around doing her shit. So, of course, she's on the circuit. She not really worried about what's going on at the school. So she pops up at the dinner, like I said, everybody fake happy to see her. Oh! And she called Damon her favorite baseball player. I said, now she trying to be cute. And I said, now, Simone would have acted a fool in there. You would have looked at her as the aggressor. Like, but here's the thing. It's a TV show. I guess they trying to make sure everybody is a part of his exit story. But again, it's like, bro, we did all of this. You made us wait almost a year to having us confused about which person you was going to pick, and you picked Damon. And then towards the end of the episode, they meet back up in the museum at the school where they kind of like had like their first little run-in or whatever, and Damon and Simone talk, and Simone is basically breaking up with Damon because she just don't think she can do the distance. And I'm like, damn, y'all just got together. Like, she literally chose you over Lando, and now what, y'all gonna break up? I said, okay. I said, that's the best way y'all can write his character off. So he going to the DR to play baseball, and him and Simone break up after they just got together after all of this shit. CWR sure know how to ruin a show. Because it just don't make sense. Like, if she was going to do that, why not just pick Lando, tell us that Damon left and went to go play baseball in the DR? But I feel like showing it, that must have just been something that the actor personally wanted, because honestly, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't. So I'm gonna let y'all know what happened with episode 2. That don't come on until the 22nd. So we'll see what happened with that. I appreciate y'all working with me. Like I said again, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.